Welcome back to another Tutorial Tuesday. Today we're going to take a look at how we can improve our lap times in ACC by analyzing and pinpointing our mistakes. First, we're going to drive a lap at Watkins Glen in the McLaren 720S. Then we'll analyze where we're making mistakes using the Track Titan platform, and finally we'll try to put our findings into practice when we try to improve our time in a second lap. Subscribe if you don't want to miss our weekly sim racing guides that help thousands of sim racers get faster, and now let's get on track. Alright, so here we are in the McLaren at Watkins Glen, and what we're gonna do for this lap is we're just gonna be driving it like normal, as if it were a race, using my normal racing lines, using my normal braking points, and we're gonna see how quick I am that way. And then we're gonna analyze this lap on Track Titan to see where I'm still making mistakes, where I'm losing time, and of course where I can improve. And there's probably gonna be some easy points we can look at where I can improve a lot, but I don't know for certain where that is currently. I feel like this corner might be a big one, as I always feel like I'm not on the throttle as early as I can, but I feel like getting on the throttle earlier might make me overshoot that corner. Alright, this is going pretty good. You gotta watch out here in this uphill corner. You're easily oversteering in uphill corners, and that one, because it's almost a 180. It is a 180, I think. You're easily spinning out there if you get on the throttle too much, so watch out there. Alright. You gotta watch out here as well as not to invalidate your lap. Okay, and here we come. The lap comes to a close at a beautiful 147.95. Alright, let's see on Track Titan what we can do better, where I'm making mistakes, and yeah, how we can improve. So when we come to the analysis, we see our first problem in turn 11 right before the finish line. In this racing line analysis, we see that we have a way lower minimum speed than the reference lap, and this is caused because we brake for too long and too early. Also not following the right racing line here onto the straight, which makes us slower all the way down this straight. Now let's look at turn 1, where we see the same mistake happening again. When we look at the braking chart, we see that we get off the brake pedal too abruptly, not trail braking, so that's the focus of our next lap. Now when we take a look at the bus stop and the right-hander directly after it, we see that we're also losing a ton of time, and this is because, again, we're braking too early. We see in this chart, the braking chart, again, that the reference lap is just starting to brake when we're already on the brakes for a longer time. And when we look at the right-hander after the bus stop, we see that we're fumbling a little bit with our throttle inputs, while the car on the reference lap is getting earlier on the throttle on full power and getting a faster, speedier exit onto the next bit of road. Now we come to the downhill left-hander, and we see the same trend when we check out the braking chart. Braking just a tiny bit too early, and again not trail braking through this corner, which is unsettling the car too much. And when we look at the throttle chart, we also see that because we get on the throttle just a little earlier, we experience understeer, and we cannot get on the throttle fully as early as the reference lap can, which means we're not as fast on the straight after this corner. Now when we look at this hairpin, we see the same thing again, braking too early and not really trail braking into the corner. And there's another huge mistake we're making here. When we zoom into the racing line, we see that the reference lap is braking into the corner while I'm staying on the outside and trying to hit a late apex, which is just a lot slower than braking into the corner. Now when we come to the next corner, we see the same thing, braking too early, not trail braking at all. Coming to the next corner, we're braking just a tad too early again, and we get off the brake pedal too abruptly. Now when we come to the semi-last corner, we see that there's no braking at all, so we're not doing the braking wrong this time, but we're actually getting off the throttle too early. As you can see in the racing line here, we're almost dropping 20 kilometers per hour beneath the reference lap during this part, which is just a big time loss and a waste. So now that we know that I can improve a lot by fixing my braking around the track, I can make that the focus of my next session, which will speed up the practice process significantly. And you can analyze your own driving on tracktitan.io for free for a month when you use the sign-up code FASTERACC. Now let's head back out on track and see if we can put our findings into practice. So we're back out on track here at Watkins Glen, and we're going to try to put into practice what we've just learned from our analysis. So we need to get this one right. Come on, baby. To get a good run onto this straight is vital for a good lap time, I would say. And we brake just after the 200 meter board. Oh yes, that felt great. A lot smoother than before. Just that trail braking that doesn't unsettle the car too much. Oh. Alright, now this straight, it went pretty alright in the earlier rounds. But now we gotta brake just a tad later. So around here, I would say. Alright, that feels good as well. Keep the minimum speed high here. And get on the throttle. And brake into this corner. Oh yes, that feels good. Early on the throttle, max speed everywhere, and brake into this corner as well. Don't try to take it too wide. Be patient on the throttle because you don't want to understeer through these corners here. Now again, for the next one, we just need to brake a little later. And be... Alright. That was good, I think. And be patient here as well, as we don't want understeer. We want as much speed here as possible. Just in the track limits. This is good. I feel good about this lap. What are we at here? Just a little faster than our previous lap. By quickly analyzing my lap on Track Titan, I saved myself a bunch of time as I didn't have to go around the track looking for improvement by trial and error. I could immediately jump back into practice with my newfound insights and tackle the real problems I was having, instead of guessing what I was doing wrong. Now, I didn't gain seconds of lap time in my first lap after analyzing, but I definitely knew where I had to focus my efforts, and that is one of the most important steps if you want to get faster. So head over to tracktitan.io and see how analyzing your laps can make you faster for free when you sign up using promo code FASTERACC. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.